Hey guys, welcome back to Manhattan's Voice. Manhattan's Voice is a spin-off of the Manhattan Globe, NYT school newspaper here at NYT in the New York Institute of Technology. Yeah. So I'm Nicole Miranda.
My name is David Gustavo Contreras in Julian's seat today.
Yes. And today we have a special guest, and his name is Cybrieme Hargrove.
Ta-da!
Hello.
Welcome,
Hi,
sir.
everyone. How are you guys doing?
Chilling, baby, chilling. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
I'm
wow,
glad.
please.
I
Oh,
watch the
please.
podcast all the
Oh,
time.
stop. You're just saying that.
I'm gonna start crying.
Maybe I am. You would never know.
Exactly. He's just being a polite guest. Who knows? He could just be saying that.
Yeah,
Nah, I
true.
watch every episode on Friday.
Thank you, bro.
On YouTube. I'm probably like your only YouTube viewer.
We get like a cup. We get a decent, not the most.
I hope after this episode we get like some nice views, because if you're listening instead of just watching,
you're lost. You can't see all of our pretty faces.
Then you won't.
And Cybrieme's
see,
gorgeous sweater.
Then you wouldn't be able to see my skeleton boyfriend. His name is Eddie. And then we have some nice.
Eddie, huh?
Yes.
Eddie.
I don't know.
Eddie.
I don't know why it popped up into my head.
He's saluting. Hey, hey, Eddie.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
And then we got some zombie crossing, some tarantulas out here, some what is
It's actually
this
a
called?
Brazilian traveling spider. It's not a tarantula.
Oh, okay.
And that's a jack-o'-lantern.
And that's a jack-o'-lantern.
Named after Jackson Oliver Lantern.
No, it's actually Jack Oliver Lantern.
Jack Oliver.
Excuse me.
With some Reese's Pieces in it that a lot of people don't like.
You mean Reese's peanut butter cups?
I might just take like all of them to go.
Okay.
Just
to
take
let
the
you
whole
guys
the
know.
whole jack-o'-lantern.
I already stole like 5.
Literally.
So, yeah.
All right, guys. So let's get into today. We're gonna go around do the usual, see how
Yeah.
everybody's doing. So, for our special guest, how are you doing?
Yeah, how was your
today?
week? What happened? How was your week so far? How was your weekend? What you been up to?
It's been a pretty I don't know. This year has been weird because
Amen.
I just go through the motions. I write a lot, and I got like a job on campus now.
We'll discuss your writing, absolutely.
Yeah, let's discuss
Yeah.
what you've been up to.
For in the last week, I'd say I went home. I went back home over the weekend.
So
I
where-
got to go back to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm not from New York. So don't ask me about anything from New York, and don't eat cheesesteaks out here. They're not
What's the
good.
capital of New York?
That's a trick question.
Wait.
Albany.
Albany.
I was about to say, are we dumb? Do we
Yeah,
not know
no,
that there's an actual capital?
I know the capital of Florida, New York. That's it.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. Yeah.
I think that the capital for Pennsylvania is Harrisburg. That's about it.
I'll take
not
I'll-
Philly.
I'll take your word for it. I have no clue. But
For
yeah,
a
anything
second,
else?
I was about to say, what's the capital? Philadelphia. And I was like,
Harrisburg.
Philadelphia.
I've only ever been there one time.
oh my god.
Philly's nice.
Well, so you went back home, and how was that?
I just got to hang out with my family and friends. It was more of like I got to go to like this pumpkin patch with my niece.
Oh, that must
nephew.
have been nice. I
sister.
haven't done that yet. I gotta go pumpkin patch.
We go like every year. Like,
I haven't gone in
I'm
so
gonna go
long.
with Eddie.
because there are a lot of orchards and like
I'm sure.
around us. I guess.
I'm sure.
Lynn Villa. That's the one that we usually go to. But I think we went to Stony Brook Orchard. That was like new. That was like new and cool.
Okay.
Fresh new kid on the block.
And then other than pumpkin picking, what else?
Over the weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing. Sitting in the house all day.
Jealous.
Doing nothing.
Jealous.
Oh, I
Yeah.
How was your week, Nicole?
It was pretty good. I spent it with friends and family and stuff like that. Now, since my
Word.
sister's living in New Jersey, she finally came.
Oh, that's
last
right.
Wednesday.
Made up the big move, huh?
Yes, so she finally moved up from Miami. So, all my siblings and I are happy that she's here, and especially all of my family. And
What's your sister's name?
Pamela,
Pamela. Shout out to you. Welcome to Jersey.
if you're watching.
She
We'll
doesn't
see.
watch. You better be watching, all right?
She said she does. Maybe, I don't know.
Or listen. You know, we'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
We'll take
But
what we can get.
The support matters.
Support matters, exactly. My mom doesn't listen, but she's a strong supporter.
My mom, I said in one episode that my mom didn't listen, but then she
Yeah,
texted
she
me
like
one day-
corrected you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
you
like,
told
I
me.
do listen, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, mom. But it was good. I did work, the usual homework, work, school.
That feels.
But nothing too extravagant. I got a notification from my aunt that Elizabeth, my best friend from the Air Force, she
Yeah.
sent me a letter in the mail. I haven't read it yet because I haven't been home yet today.
One of those Dear John
But
letters.
literally, Dear John letters. She's my long distance relationship, my who my soulmate.
Did you send it over with a picture of you?
I sent her pictures because I took a Polaroid, like not Polaroids. It was like the disposable camera pictures when we were together in Miami, and I didn't develop them, and I literally got them developed the day before she left. And so, well, like it came.
Yeah, with
in
the ones
day
that you took with
before.
us too. Did you,
Yeah.
Those are cool. I want to start doing that. Those are cool.
We'll start doing that.
I like the quality of those pictures. They just look a lot warmer and a lot more intimate,
and
if you will.
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But then I sent her those pictures and a bunch of letters. The last letter I sent her was so long because I didn't write for a couple days, so I was like catching up like my whole weekend, and it was like 5 pages.
It's a whole memoir of your life.
No, but she said to do it.
No,
and,
I'm
and
sure.
she's my best friend, so she has to deal with this. Like I talk a lot and I write a lot, so whatever.
Hope all is well out there.
Right.
Hope the Air Force is treating you nicely.
It better be. But how are you doing, David?
Well, the Jets won, so shout out to Gangrene,
You
baby.
finally
Heck yeah.
won.
I have no idea about anything sports related.
Right?
Someone
Me
from
neither.
my tight
about
end's
sports.
from the Eagles, so shout out to Philadelphia.
Eagles won the Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago?
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Wait,
Who
so
cares? My Jets will win eventually.
I saw that you won fantasy football.
You betcha.
Yo.
Finally.
Finally. He's lost to his dad.
I'm in a family fantasy league of fantasy football, and literally my mom crushed me. My dad embarrassed me.
So wait, with fantasy football, because I've always seen it. Is it like you just pick team? How do you win?
Okay,
How do
so
you like?
you pretty much you choose players that will like get the highest points on their team. Like let's say I draft like a wide receiver, he gets I don't know, a couple receptions in a game, he gets like 13 points. I draft a whole entire team like that.
Oh, that's how the
But
stats
it's
work.
just
so it's
offense.
From the games.
Just offense, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Interesting.
And I got the best running back in the game, baby. Christian McCaffrey. Keep crushing it for me, baby. I love you.
All right. So then, besides winning, what else did you do?
Enjoying the sweet spoils of victory and also working.
Oh,
Vans is keeping me busy.
Can Vans or Arizona like sponsor us already? Please?
Working on it.
In
Yeah.
the mist.
Working on it. Yeah.
As many Vans, all of my Vans are like the collector's edition Vans. Like I have a pair of Cybrieme Vans. I have a pair.
See, we don't sell those. I hate that. We don't sell collaborations. I don't know why.
I have Future Vans, and then I have the,
Oh, those pink and green ones?
No, the blue ones with the donuts, the skate highs.
I know what you're talking about.
And then the other skate highs I have are the Nintendo ones with the like NES controller.
Ooh,
See, I
fancy.
can never get the cool collabs. I always just get the basic
You were
ones.
such a cool kid.
I only buy Vans if they are collectible.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you want some Nightmare for
yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
No, the last collab I saw that I wanted was the David Bowie ones, and I didn't get them. So I missed
Yeah,
out on
I joined like as
out
that
on that.
finished. I was pretty upset about that, but
Yeah.
I heard the old schools are really uncomfortable, so
Wow,
I'm over it.
Gosh, Eddie.
But
Get it together.
whose man's is this?
God, not
Nicole.
mine right now.
Holy moly!
Boom.
See, it's the ghost of Eddie. He's haunting us, man.
So, Eddie, why'd you do that?
Perfect.
Eddie,
spooky
for God's
episode.
sake!
Ow!
I heard that one. I heard that one. Holy jeez Louise!
That just killed me, and now I'm like Eddie, dead.
What
Wow.
a bonehead!
All right.
All right,
So let's get to the meat and potatoes, like David says. And
That's the name of my last playlist.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm working on a new playlist now, but I can't think of a name.
All right. Well, Cybrieme.
Cybrieme.
You're here for
Hi.
a reason.
Cybrieme Hargrove.
You aren't here for no chit chat. Well, maybe.
Good conversation
But
is
you're-
always great.
Good conversation, good quality,
We're here for it.
great
We're here for it.
time, great people surrounding us. So we're gonna, start off and asking. So, where are you originally from?
Yeah.
Well, as I stated before, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've been living there my entire life,
Oh wow.
and I've only
Born and bred.
Yeah, like I only ever just left last year.
Damn, really?
Wow.
Like that was, I've only ever been to, the day I graduated high school. Actually, that was the first time I left the country. I went to Puerto Rico, and then
That was that.
then after that, this is my second time actually going.
Wow,
somewhere else.
really?
So yeah, I've only ever like been in Philly.
Wow.
What would you say is like a huge difference from like here to Philly? Would you say?
I would just say that being in because it's just Philly, just bigger. Because
Yeah,
people,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, people think that like I'm from like a rural country or something. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm from a city.
Farming out
and
there,
it's,
yeah.
It's basically just like I guess for us, our downtown, like our center city, is basically like Manhattan, but y'all entire island
Is Manhattan.
Manhattan, and our part of Center, like the Centers, Center City.
I used to go to Philadelphia like once a year with my family, but
I went to Philadelphia one time with Sarah.
Yeah, I was about to say, shout out Sarah.
Sarah Johnson.
Shout out Sarah.
My bestie, number 12,000.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
You met her today.
Oh.
She was the one that was in the room with me, and the gate offered you some candy.
I don't know that was her last name.
Sarah Johnson, yes.
And
I know,
she's
because
a
her
native
Instagram
herself.
name, I thought that was her last name.
Yeah, it's like E. John something, because her middle name is Elizabeth. So it's just like Sarah Elizabeth Johnson, and she just phrases it like
I'm an
that.
idiot. I thought it was like, yeah.
Get it together. You need to know my besties.
I wasn't even close. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sarah. My bad.
No, it's okay. I don't even know if she watches this.
Some friend.
Oh, wow, Sarah.
That's wild.
Okay, so where does your family originally come from?
No idea. I know that
really.
my grandparents come from the Carolinas, like both north and south. But
I feel like that happens though. Like nowadays, like I feel like I feel like I could be more in touch with like where I come from, but it's just like not a thing anymore, which kind of sucks.
I know a lot of like people from like my island friends that are from maybe the Caribbean. They're very deep in their roots, but me, I have no idea. Because of
do you want to like find out?
Yeah, one of those ancestry things. You ever think about doing one of
those? I
those?
didn't want to do those because I don't know how much accurate that is. I feel like I just want to have conversations with somebody in my family. Like
my parents did that, and they got like some like weird because like we're first generation. No, I'm first generation Colombian. They're immigrants from Colombia, and my father's at least, and like they got like Russian, some type of like Mountain Indian, and like French, and a bit of Colombian.
If it's like really cool. If that is,
it was kind of cool. I got a little French and Russian in me.
Okay.
Enchanté. Oui, monsieur.
Bonjour. But oh my goodness, my side note, my brother, I was with him and like my siblings and Sarah on Friday, and I was like talking about something about one of my friends who are like, he's French, right? And from France, whatever. So then my brother looks at me and he's like staring at me in my face like disgusting, and I'm like, what the heck? And I was just like, okay, like what? He was just like bonboniche. I was like, oh,
he
what?
Doesn't like croissant.
I was like, what is bonboniche? And I'm pretty sure he was trying to say bonjour, but
I thought he was doing like a French curse. I was about to say, can we curse in French on this show?
No, like bonboniche is not a word. I at least I don't think so. So I was just
I don't
like,
speak French.
The way he said it, I was just like, what the heck?
Bonboniche,
yeah,
mademoiselle.
He said it in such a like a fight. He was trying to be funny.
I could say
Sarah and I were like
cracking
up because we were just like, what the heck did my brother just say? But it was just like
I could say like the black man and the red woman in French. That's literally it.
So why do you need a black man?
Because I know colors and I know man and woman, and that's literally it. I know black and red. That's literally it.
Sorry, I've been coughing this whole time.
Do you mind, bro? Come on, we invited you on the show.
I have asthma.
Keep it down.
I have asthma, so I cough a lot.
The poor kid.
Trying to stop.
Have asthma.
So back to the meeting.
Back to everything.
Yeah.
So I want to learn everything about my ancestry because I feel like
it's good to know.
It's always good to know, and it's like great stories could come from.
Where are your roots? Yeah, you could have some crazy ancestry you don't even know about, man.
And I feel like there's probably like a lot of crazy stuff that happened. And when you learn about your family or like where you come from, I feel like you have an idea as to maybe it can explain some of your behaviors. Like I probably like
hereditary
I love
stuff.
music.
Yeah,
I love music. It's probably like my great grandfather.
You can have like a musician in your exactly, man.
But I don't know anything.
Well, no, you know what? There's always time to find out. All that stuff, and then that also leads to like obviously like you want to find out one day. Like, so for you is like family and like your culture, is that like important? Like, what does it mean to you? Is it important? Not important?
Family for me is probably it's one of the most necessary things because that's the foundation. I couldn't leave the world without my mom. I feel like I learned everything from my mom and my dad, but my family always been
mama's
there.
boy. I hear you.
Yeah,
I see you.
Huge mama's
I
boy.
mean, that's
love you, mom.
A lot of people
shout out
say,
to you, Madre.
A lot of people say like it's a bad thing that like people are mama boys, but like
please.
at the same time, like
they can shove it.
I'm like a mama's girl. Like I'm literally always talking to my mom. It's just like how you're raised, and it's just like you love them. So it's just like.
But even in terms of like just without my mom, like my sister, everything about me I'd say comes from my family.
You have a lot of siblings?
I have two sisters. You're
the oldest?
No, I have my. They're both older than me, about like 10 years. My one
Word.
sister
So
that
you're
I
the
live,
baby brother.
that I've grown up with, like, from on my mom's side, she's 10 years older than me. We're all 10 years apart. Like, my mom had her, and then she had me, and then my sister had my nephew 10 years after me. Like, we're all 10.
Space them out a bit. Yeah.
And then my sister had her niece 10 years after my nephew.
that's
So
tough.
we're all 10 years apart.
Are you the first person to go to college?
I'm not. My mom is. My mom is. Well, actually, no. My mom isn't the first one. She's the first one to graduate, like to get the full degree. I would be the first man in my family,
Hey, congratulations, sir.
but I'm not the first one to go.
Yeah.
Still,
But that's so
working towards it, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be the first one to finish.
You proud of that?
hopefully. Am I proud of it?
Of course. Or let's say,
I would say, in terms of the college experience, I would be proud if I deem it something that helped me out. If I'm like
If you
40,
don't find, yeah.
if I'm like 40 and my dreams don't work, then I'm gonna be like, well, I probably
I go to college.
what did I
for?
graduate
Yeah.
college for? Nah, in seriousness, no. That's a big title and that's a big responsibility
Sure, yeah, man.
for me to be the first.
yeah.
So
So here at NYT, what's your major? And
My
like tell me about, because I know your story.
Yeah.
But let's hear it. So tell us.
well, I started out as a computer science major last year. I came in just general computer science because I wanted to code and I wanted to make video games. But
Yeesh, that sounds just so.
throughout the
so
course,
difficult.
throughout the course of last year, I started to focus on editing and writing and stuff way more. It was more than, because it used to always be a hobby and just a passion, but after I
Flame
stopped
just grew,
caring
yeah.
about
Yeah.
after I stopped caring about computer science, because that was just a nightmare, I've jumped all in with communication and media production. That is my major now.
Yeah.
And
Happy to
is
have you, sir.
the greatest thing ever.
Amen. Amen.
So tell us a little about it, like how, like, what was your first impression? How different it is compared to computer science? Like, what are you, like, yeah. So tell us that.
Well, the first class, I would say, literally from like that Wednesday that we started,
Which
when
class was it?
Advertising with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was already like a different type of, I guess, atmosphere, because it's not, I guess, like in computer science, that's more based off of what you can apply.
That's
you can
fact.
practice.
That's just
Yeah.
numbers.
But
binary.
with what we're doing, it's more of like we care. We actually
passion.
just
Yeah, it's
are
passion.
interested in want to
Artistic expression. Yeah.
make good content.
Yes.
So
We're the creative type, not the numbers people.
So yeah, they're not testing you on like read this and figure
Yeah.
it out. No, they're just like, this is how you could advertise and make your brand better.
Yeah. We literally used Manhattan for our first project.
Oh, yeah.
With
Yeah.
David, Cybrieme, and I, we did Manhattan's Voice as promotion and what to do and how to advertise it. And we basically used what we've been doing so far. And I think you, Kim, really liked it.
And it's so crazy because you guys
Kim.
were not about to use it.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you guys have a podcast. All of the work here is done. We're just going to
Yeah.
market the podcast.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
And then
If anybody knows the product,
It's
then
us.
look,
it's us.
perfect score
So
on
without
that PowerPoint.
Cybrieme, we wouldn't have our new logo. That is,
yeah, I did
we're
do that.
honestly
I
this
did do
week.
that.
This
Goodness
week we'll
gracious.
have it. We'll post it on our Instagram. That
Way to
we'll
spoil the
logo it.
surprise.
Well, maybe I don't
When
know.
we
yet,
post it, guys,
actually.
everyone like, yeah,
Surprise.
right? No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been saying for a while
we'll
that
post
the
it
new logo is
before.
fire. What?
We'll obviously post it before we post this video, so it's fine. Because this video comes out on Friday.
Hopefully, yeah. By the time we have this release, that we'll have that picture up on Instagram of our new and
Logo.
improved logo, which I think is hot fire.
And then we
Yay.
can slap it on some mugs. And
Merch,
Let's not
get
blow
the
all of our
merch.
secrets yet.
oh, okay.
But no
let's-
secrets.
Put it on a pair of
Gotta keep
pants.
something on our sleeve.
Put it on the back of our pants.
I'm gonna paint it on my denim jacket.
Oh my goodness, how cringy.
Yeah, if I could get a Manhattan Voice hoodie, I would love one of those.
We should.
Manhattan.
I would so rock that. I'll walk through Times Square with that. I was about to say S word. With that stuff on.
With the-
Bleep button.
It's off actually.
okay.
It was making too much noise before.
Okay. So, you say that you wrote poetry when you were younger.
Yeah,
Would you
I did.
say that that lit the flame of your artistic expression that's inside of you?
Not at all.
Ooh.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, it's so funny because when I started writing poetry, I was just like, I don't like it. I hate all of
You
it.
didn't read poetry. You kind of just one day. Just,
No, I read a lot of poetry, and I like my love for creativity really came from seeing my mom, my aunt, like people like my sister my family members, because they all have a talent. They all have a talent. So I
What
grew
are
up
like type of talents?
like my aunt is a great artist. She could draw. I haven't seen her draw much recently, but she loves drawing. My sister is a writer. My mom can draw. She can write. My mom is basically a jack of all trades. She can do whatever she puts her mind
Lucky,
to.
I wish.
And yeah, so growing up, just seeing like the creative people in my family,
It inspired you.
yeah, it was just a sponge. I was just like, this is what I was put here to do. Just like these
Absorbed
people.
it all up.
See, that's a prime example of you saying like, you know, if you meet people in your family and like what they do, then like it shows like what behaviors you have.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously since you're like more in like artistic, you know, flow, look at your family and like they're basically all artists.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And so it started just with video games, because video games are like the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Kingdom Hearts before in class.
Kingdom Hearts
is like
2
the best game
It's
of
the
all time.
greatest game of all
And
Oh
time.
my
I
goodness.
said Mamma Mia, Cookie Mama.
Cooking Mama,
First
Cooking
of all,
Mama's
I've
a great game
I've
too.
never heard of that game in my entire
Not
life.
Mamma Mia, my bad. Cookie Mama is that.
Cookie Mama?
Cooking Mama.
Cook-
Like
Cooking
on the
Mama.
DS. You never
On
played
the-
Cooking Mama yet?
I had Nintendogs.
Oh man.
We had wait, the
I had
Wii.
Nintendo.
Scribble Knots. I had Scribble Knots too. That was a cool
Oh,
one.
because you're like older too.
Okay,
That's
I'm
mean.
not that old.
Scribble Knots
Bro,
was
she
cool.
loves to bring up my age. Loves to bring up my age.
No, I'm not saying it.
She loves to treat me like some retiree. Just, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
I'm not that old, guys. I'm not that old.
No, I'm kidding. But it's okay. I don't know what kind.
Cookie Mama. Yeah, I've never heard of Cookie Mama.
Cookie Mama was a good old.
how have you never heard of Cooking Mama?
Yeah, it's the thing.
Look
Like, I
it
feel
up,
like
do
I
your
live
So
I live
like
right
it's
now.
like it was like on the DS, is, you know, like the mini games. You can use your stylus,
Cook.
spin the rice, cook, chop the fish. Like my cousin Trey had it. My cousin had it, and we would play it on her DS because she had a pink one, I had a blue one, and I had
pink one.
yeah. So we would
Mine
play
was
that.
black.
I would always play like games like Mario Kart, Kingdom Hearts, stuff
I
like
like
that.
Mario
Kingdom
She
Hearts.
had, she had that Hannah Montana.
We get the
Yeah, like Cooking
best.
Mama. Like that's where I got all those games.
And see.
But I was basically that kid that played like every game ever. Like
Word.
I was just the game nerd. I had every console.
So
Like
is that why you wanted to go into
yeah,
video games?
and I was like, this is my passion. I'm going to make video games because I can definitely do this. But
That flamed
coding, yeah,
Yeah,
computer
man.
science kind of killed that dream.
Coding's
Not for
so
now, though.
hard. Coding's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Coding is so hard.
It's for me, and I caught on really well. Like when I took coding in high school, and I learned HTML, JavaScript, like Java.
Oh,
I
that
took
makes,
I took keyboarding in high
that-
school,
look
and I
at-
type a little faster because of
that
that.
makes
That's literally it.
my ears like go like into my ear.
What?
Your ear into your ear.
Yeah,
What?
like Java.
Java's
all that
fun
stuff.
though. See, and I used to have fun. Like I used to treat coding like a video game. Like I used to have so much fun. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I lost interest when I started making logos, making videos, trying to be a
'cause
creative.
It's your passion, and it's just like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people get so clouded, like with you know, the mentality of like you go to school to like, you know, find a career that's gonna make you the most money that you can
Right.
make, and that's why a lot of people go into business and you know all these like
Guys,
like,
we ain't here for the money.
and,
We're
like,
here for
fan-
the art.
like-
We're here for the art.
You're like, and like that's what sucks because people go through like their lives like, you know, just doing these stuffs and not doing what they're passionate about, and then they're like they majority of the times they end up just regretting it because they it's not what they want to do. It's not.
What are you guys passionate about?
Film and writing.
Film and writing. How about you, Nikki?
And Manhattan's Voice podcast is what I'm passionate about.
I honestly don't know. Like I genuinely I have
Your-
so
the correct answer was Manhattan's Voice podcast. That's your passion.
yes, that's my passion. But like at the same time, like I have so many things I'm interested in. Like anything you can give me and like you know like sell me on like I could be passionate about. I like, you know, I go from like, you know, liking makeup and then I like, you know, film and then I like, you know, production and like podcasting
Yeah.
and radio and then like being in front of the camera, but then also being behind the camera and then also writing. So I'm just like, what?
Jack of all trades. Yeah.
I'm like the exact same way. I
And
understand.
it was crazy because like I literally told myself when I got into college one area that I'm not going to get into was writing because I knew that I didn't want to become a journalist. I knew that I wasn't going to like I thought my writing sucked, and then my second year I'm here as editor-in-chief of the school newspaper and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm just like, wow, maybe I don't suck, you know? So it's just like, I'm still trying to find my way, but like literally everything that comes to me, I'm just like taking it for experience and like to put it under my belt and to see what I like and what I don't like.
Word.
So
I think that's like the one thing that stops people, like just thinking that they suck.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it does.
bro, trust me. That's what I was in my first school.
So crazy. I think almost everything I do sucks in the beginning, and then I look at it from everybody else's standpoint when
Amen.
they come up and they're like, "Hey, that's the greatest thing ever." I'm like,
So from like that transition that you had from computer science to like comm arts, like what made you like take that leap into comm arts instead of just like, you know, being like staying into computer science?
It was at first my mentality was I would if my passion were to take off, then I would put all of my focus into that.
Like video?
Yeah,
video
like
games?
at everything creative, because I still like I'm like you, like, you know, just in terms of creating things, just that feeling of being like, hey, I wrote something today, or hey, I edited a video, hey, I directed something, hey, I was an actor today. Like, I like all of it too. So
like
it
acting?
all kind of I like anything. Being in front of the camera.
I feel
I
that.
like being in front of the camera. I like smiling in front
Amen.
of the camera.
Look
But
at that. You had a face for TV.
thank you. It was just that idea of stop trying to balance everything. Like, just because you may want to have a professional fall back on computer science, your fallback could be
Amen.
what you like to do either way. So
Amen.
I just switched over, and I actually, you know, it was the greatest decision
I
ever
remember when he came to me last year and he was just like asking me about comm arts and then
Yeah.
about, like switching over. I'm like, do it. Like literally, I've had like Julian when he switched over from what was he like computer engineering, something like that. But I was just like, that's crazy. Like people like because we all hear people like wanting to do things,
Right.
but we never see people actually doing
Try to
it.
just have the courage to
So
do it.
exactly, so because people are so comfortable with the fact, like people like we're in our, like my mom was telling me, like this is our comfort zone, and like, you know, we're in this circle, and like outside of the circles like are like out of comfort zone, and like that's where things happen.
Right.
That's like when like so say like you now come into comm arts and Julian come into like comm arts, like you guys are doing it with passion and, you know, all of this like effort, like just from like, you know, because it's your passion, and that what makes it even better, and like the outcome is even greater because it's just like you're putting your full effort, and it's not even feeling
type of effort.
Yeah, it's like not even feeling like effort. It's like it's not your job. It's like
it's just the
your
drive
life.
to like complete something that you cared about.
Yeah.
'Cause
Passion
I
project,
put a lot of effort into studying for tests that I never like used that knowledge to this day. I know a lot about.
Were you planning on coding for the rest of your life? Exactly.
I mean, I probably still would end up coding, like just to make a website. I want to make
for
a
yourself.
website.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm the type of person that's kind of like, I want to just do everything, no matter what it is, whatever I feel like
man.
waking up doing one day. Hey, if we're making a website today, we're making a website.
Hey, if you want something done right, do it yourself, right?
And that junk gonna be the best website you've ever seen.
What programs do you like know how to use?
Well, right now, it was real. I'm really like only using HTML and JavaScript because I have digital imaging this year, so I'm taking.
How do you like that?
I'm learning Dreamweaver. It's cool. When I picked it thinking that it was going to be more photo editing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Yeah.
not photo editing. I
I
had a
was
class
way
last
off.
semester with Julian.
I was way off because I was like, hey, I make logos and stuff. I could just kind of take my workload over here and just,
Definitely
get
not
paid
the
for
class.
and get credits. But nope, completely wrong. Digital imaging is not a photo editing class.
There are some classes that are like that. Like if you have your own project that you're working on and it revolves around what you're learning in class, you're able to do it. So like that's even like the best part. Like there's this documentary class that Mr. Banks, one of the professors here at NYT, were talking about.
Shout out to you, Banks.
That if you want to like do your own documentary, and if you take the class, and like he'll help out and like, you know, support and like, you know, do stuff. And so
I want to do music videos. Can you help me make a music video?
Ooh.
I want to make music videos.
You should.
I mean, because that's how I kind of got into it.
Speaking of music, you also on top of your plate also write the music reviews for the Manhattan Globe, which
I do.
I don't know if any of you guys have read his work, but
it's awesome.
Thank you guys. That was like a shock to my system because everybody's been coming.
yeah,
like,
no. When he
I'm
first saw it, I saw like it was, you could definitely see that you knew what you were talking about when it comes to music. Has that always been like a thing of yours, or
music is probably the most important thing now, besides like it's just content. I don't know, stuff that makes people feel good. But music is like a language. Music is a language, which is important because it's where I find myself not being able to relate to people or not being able to get through to people where, you know, where we can understand. You can always use music, and that way you can
Universal
find a friend.
language.
It's a universal language. You can find your friends. You can find exactly exactly who you're talking to or who you're dealing with by the music that they listen to or their attitude towards it.
yeah.
Because that's a funny thing too. Have you ever noticed when you ask somebody like, "What type of music do you listen to?" they'll probably be like, I don't know, you might not like it. Or I listen to everything. Like,
bro, no.
Just tell me what you listen to.
Yeah, bro. I don't believe in all like stuff to be embarrassed about music, bro. Like a guilty pleasure. I don't believe in that, bro. Like what you like, man.
Yeah, people are, and then they're like, I'll show you my music, but you might not like it. No, I'm asking you because I love music. I'm under the belief that there's no such thing as a bad song. Every song ever created is good because somebody likes it. There's an audience for it somewhere.
That's true.
So that class you have is not photo editing. It is
digital imaging.
It is literally coding. You're basically back into that.
And it's a very fun class. It's weird because I think what made me not interested in computer science last year was taking extra crap that I know I don't need, like physics. I don't need physics.
Man,
I don't need that at all.
It's hard.
And just I guess the way I was learning it, like I was learning coding without coding, which is weird. I don't know.
Like textbook stuff?
Yeah, it was like whiteboard, and it's like,
not very hands-on.
Yeah, it's not hands-on, where I feel like the classroom was the place to be hands-on with coding, not taking this to
if any class you should be hands-on, it's definitely coding.
Yeah,
to build up the experience.
Coding. So,
that sounds so hard.
So now that I'm in digital imaging, that's a great class because we're hands-on again, and I think I kind of found...
Who do you have?
Oh, man.
Her name is Zhang. Zhang?
Yeah, I believe so. I
didn't even put you on the spot.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm sorry if you hear this.
She's a great professor.
You are a great professor.
Yeah, she's cool. But so now
to the bread and butter.
Yes, tell us about Little Storybook Entertainment.
Okay, well, so I have this thing that I want to build called Little Storybook Entertainment, which is basically just the title that I use for anything that I want to create. There's no method to any of it, and there's no what to expect. It's just that's the persona that I undergo when I want to create anything. So you might hear a song, you might see logos, you might see my movies, you might see my videos. Writing,
some Call of Duty compilations.
Yeah, anything.
Reviews.
Anything I feel like
he had
creating.
a compilation on his YouTube page.
That was when I tried to
quick sniping, bro.
YouTuber.
Quick sniping. I
tried to start my YouTube career as a Call of Duty.
Hey man.
Yeah, montage. Creator.
I have a really cringy video I made in high school of like some commercial for some school. I hate looking at it. I hate watching it.
A lot of my YouTube videos that I left up are just like
they're fun.
Yeah, they're just fun because this is like you see it and it's like that's where I was, and then the stuff that I wanted to take more seriously, like my music videos and stuff that I post on my channel now when I make them, that's where I am now.
Yeah,
it's all a sign of growth.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, no. If you compare our work now to whatever we made back in the day, we're all. Yeah. If we'd have done a podcast at like 18 or 17, I'm sure this would have all been very, very cringy.
This would have been horrible.
Hi guys, I'm David.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, right.
Please.
If you guys like podcasts.
I deleted a lot of those voices, like those videos. When my voice
really
was high. I had way more. I had a Happy Wheels run. I was around YouTube
Happy Wheels.
so long.
Heck yeah, bro.
I tried to jump on all of the trends to be a famous YouTuber.
Amen.
So I might repost.
Bro, I was on the Jackass kick for a while. When that show came out, I was just doing stunts just so I can get on YouTube. What I was doing, like really lame kid stuff.
Right. I wish I was David Dobrik, because
you have disposable income to buy your friends cars all the time.
Yeah, I did see that video.
He's just I really want to be him.
David Dobrik, come on the show.
Please.
Hi, David.
So how did Little Storybook Entertainment, like, really, where did it come? What are the origins of this? Where would you say?
All right. Well, this is an interesting story.
Oh, this is the place for interesting stories, my friend.
Yeah, I was always like, I'm gonna tell this story one day when I'm famous. To keep everybody safe, I'm not gonna tell the full version of the story.
Oh, okay.
And to appease some feelings, because there are people, it's just everything.
Hey.
Little Storybook.
You'll hear what you want them to hear.
The title Little Storybook, that's my rap name, and that rap name came from this time where I got like heartbroken. So I was a petty kid though. I was a petty kid, and everything is a reference to everything in my mind. So like everything works as a reference to something else.
Sure.
That's awesome.
So my rap name was going to be Lil Story because everybody hates Lil rappers, or that's what they may make you think. I'm under the support of all rap music because that's the greatest genre of all
What's
time.
wrong with Lil? Who cares?
So, shout out Lil Yachty, shout out Lil Uzi.
So I can name like 7.
Shout out every
Lil.
Lil. Shout out every Lil. I'm not beefing with no Lil.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
if you guys are hearing this, he's not beefing with you guys.
I love all Lils.
Yeah.
And I love mumble rap and I love everything.
All Lils, please come on the show.
So all I'm saying is there is a way that people may look at the common
Dumb
Lil
stigmas.
name,
Dumb
right?
stigmas, sure.
So I was like, hey, I'm not trying to be a serious rapper, so I'm gonna just use Lil Story, and I'm gonna just
I like that though. I like that Lil
make
Story.
the people so it's like if I get famous off of my hurt, then
might as well
I got it, yeah.
Get growing from that, man.
And then I was like, nah, let me let go of that part of the story.
Let me pump the brakes on that idea.
Let me put book in it, and now I'm Lil Storybook.
Word.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
That's awesome.
Little Storybook. Little Story would have been a good. I think it's a good name.
I know it rolls off the tongue. It's
Little
cool.
Story.
Because it's like, hey, Little Storybook, what do you think you're about to get? A bunch of little stories. Everything's a reference to something else.
It's all just
so
comes together, man. It all comes together, man.
Now I know that your definition of little storybook. I don't know how to speak, but it's fine, guys.
Yeah,
It's perfectly fine.
we're working on it. We're working on that.
We're still working on it from like the
English.
past couple episodes.
What's English?
I don't really know, honestly, but the question is, what separates Little Storybook Entertainment from other ones?
Like from
entertainers,
from other entertainers.
Like what makes you maybe like
what puts you aside? Yeah,
what puts me aside is everything matters to me. Not everything matters to people, and not like creating something that they want to stand by. Some people just they understand who they are as an entertainer, and then they go in that one vein. But hey, some days I want to write a full book. Like a 1,000-page book for you to read.
Awesome.
Other days, I may want to make a video. Other days, I may want to be a YouTuber. That's the thing that makes me different. Is because with Little Storybook, it's all my story. So I'm just creating every part of it as I go.
I could literally hear the passion behind that.
No, and like that's the best part. When you have passion, it means even more.
Yeah, your passion will definitely carry you
like
a long way. A long way.
And it's because it's like at the end of the day, all I have is my passion. If I don't have anything else, I have passion. I have talent, but I have passion. So
50-50, that leads you all the way, man.
All right, who's
50% passion, 50% talent, right?
Little Storybook Entertainment out here.
Yeah,
something big.
Even though you probably will not ever hear any of my music.
Oh, why not?
Because it has to come at a time in which it'll make sense.
Never say never. Never say never.
Because it would have to make sense. People would probably look at it. It would probably or take it at face value. But if I were to make a musical album or like anything, it would have to be fully understood by the people. This is not to look at as one way. This is to take like a part of the story. This is just another chapter.
No, I get that, but that's nice.
Still though, yeah. Hey, I mean, I always figured like if you're an artist and you enjoy what you're making, then other people will enjoy it.
I make beats too, though.
I make
beats. See, I like with my ideas and everything that I do, it's more of like from what I've learned, you gotta do everything by yourself. Because if you waiting around for somebody else, chances are it's never going to get
this
done.
window will never come. I can guarantee.
There was a time where I was working with a lot of people making music, but now I kind of just
do it yourself.
Yeah, I make my beats.
You can rely on people.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
I still got my friends that I can trust, that I can always trust to make music with, like that. Or it's still fun to make music with, but I don't know, cause I look at everything as not everything. A part of my creative process is not its own. Like it's not just the part. Like I'm not a rapper because I'm rapping, so it's more of just it's only for the fun. I don't expect anything out of this for the fun.
If you're not enjoying it, what's the point?
Right.
What's the point? There's really.
I
that's.
Feel you. So I feel like maybe, obviously there's multiple goals that you have for Little Storybook Entertainment, but like, what are you thinking at the moment for it?
At the moment, just to be consistent, actually post stuff and figure out my angle, because I think I'm still young and trying to figure out how I want to get all of this done.
Ain't no race. So, you got to figure it out.
So that's the dream. And as soon as I can figure it out and get it done, right now, though, it's just to write. It's just to focus on writing and become the best writer I can be. And then, direct, edit, just take it as steps. Today, I'm a writer. Tomorrow we'll figure it out then.
Yeah, like freelancing. Like,
One day
do
at a
whatever
time,
you
yeah.
want to do.
Right.
That's awesome though, because like a lot of people are just like they think that they have to just be one specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they focus all of their energy in one like tiny aspect that'll
And if it
maybe be a
doesn't
small
work
part.
out,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's
don't bet all in.
and then it's like you can be this, but you can just you can put as much effort into something as you want. Like I put as much effort as I possibly can into making my reviews and stuff perfect. But the next day when I'm doing something else,
It's a whole different
just
mindset.
create a whole different mindset, then put as much effort as you can into that. You don't have to be. The universe doesn't work.
No need to
way.
limit yourself.
Exactly.
Word. Was there already? Yeah. Has anyone really inspired you, or is there anyone you look up to as an artist? You would say.
So, in each medium, I have
Yeah,
like,
I figured.
a
Yeah,
different.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So
I figured
for-
you'd have that
let's
answer.
see it. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
For
It's
writing,
layered, yeah.
I love horror. So my two favorite writers like that I read exclusively are Stephen King and Edgar Allan Poe.
Heck yeah.
And I read it all the way through.
I heard that one. I heard
People
that's a
don't
roller
like-
coaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people like seem to like that's like the craziest thing ever, but it's like it was a good book.
I
and
like
it took me,
Misery
like, a
better.
year.
Misery was good.
I love Misery.
Misery's
That's
so
like
good.
a close
So
second. That's
good.
like my close second.
So good. I love Misery.
Wow. Yeah,
Heck,
I love
hell yeah,
Misery.
bro. Hell yeah.
I don't read books. I'm kidding. I don't read horror books. Though.
Reading, I love reading.
Misery's long, and so is it.
Yeah, but
Very
it is
long.
like 1,200 pages.
Oh shit.
So
It's like carrying like a brick in your backpack,
yeah,
literally.
and I was from like 11th grade or 10th grade to 12th, like trying to finish that book, and I did it.
It's a whole year.
So for music though,
Oh, 2 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 2 years. Oh my gosh, Jesus.
For music, my favorite rappers are I have a lot of. I'm not going to even. We can get to those later. We're talking about rap right now. My favorite rappers are. My favorite rapper of all time was Eminem, but that was because I don't really listen to him that much anymore.
You like New Eminem? Yeah, no,
I never liked Eminem.
I still
Eminem
respect his ability and his skill.
sure, but
I don't listen to the music as much.
there's no need to.
Kendrick is probably my favorite rapper who I identify with now. But my
When's he releasing new music, man?
what's he doing?
When's he releasing new music?
Apparently he just had a kid. So
Hey, Mazel Tov.
yeah, we got
Bomboniche.
I don't know if I can curse, but damn.
I think we can say
We can say
damn.
damn.
We can say
That's his
damn.
album. That's
Yeah,
his
I feel
last
like
album.
F bombs and S bombs. We
He
kind
got
of cut the line.
he got a Pulitzer for that. That's like the
He got a
greatest thing
Pulitzer
ever.
for damn?
Yeah,
I did
he's
not
like,
know that.
That's the first rap
That's an
album of all time
achievement, bro.
to win a Pulitzer. To Pimp a Butterfly
That's a mood right there.
is my favorite album of all time, next to the Marshall Mathers LP.
Ooh,
And
nice one. Let's
Earl
go.
Sweatshirt is like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain like how much I
That first
identify with Earl
album was
Sweatshirt.
fire.
But that
I like,
first album is
I like that
amazing.
album. Those beats are
But
freaking awesome. I
you
almost
gotta
said effing
listen
awesome.
to you gotta listen to his
It almost
second
like that you
two,
like-
his next two albums.
Doris and what was the other one?
No, Doris was Earl is the mixtape. Doris was the first album. I Don't Like Blank. I Don't Go Outside. That was the second one.
yes.
And then Some Rap Songs was his most recent album, and that
I haven't
changed.
listened to that one actually.
That changed my perspective on how just the energy in which in just an album, because it's so
Damn, why
it's
haven't I
so
listened-
unique.
why
It's
haven't I
so
listened to this?
beautiful. Listen to Some Rap Songs. I
Some
might
rap
do an
songs.
album review on that.
Ooh.
That
Yo.
might come soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
Definitely look forward to that.
Kendrick, Earl, J. Cole, Chance, but I listen to everything in rap.
Yeah,
music.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Nice broad horizon.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to read those reviews in the Manhattan Globe.
Manhattan Globe.
This guy's literally our whole entire music section, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Which is like,
So if
that's
anybody
awesome.
wants
That's
to help
awesome,
me-
bro.
Yeah.
It's
If
literally
anybody wants to chat about music, you find
literally, yeah. This
Yeah.
is the guy to
I'm the
talk to
guy.
about
I'm the
music.
guy.
So where would you like to see Lil Storybook in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I want a book out, a movie out, and actually making money off of what I'm doing. Not necessarily for the money, but so that I can take that and make bigger projects. But in 5 years, I
Gain
want to
the
see
experience,
Lil
sure.
Storybook Entertainment as a moving operation.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
yeah.
Ball's rolling.
And then,
Yes.
like, obviously, you want the same thing for, like, the next 10 years, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
But
wait, where do you want to see yourself in 10
in
years?
10 years, I want to have Grammys, Oscars, Tone,
Let's
every
go.
possible
Hell
award.
yeah, bro.
The sky is
because-
the limit.
Yeah,
No,
the
hell
sky
yeah,
is the
bro.
limit.
I live for that ambitious type of lifestyle, bro. Hell yeah.
I feel like all I gotta do, as soon as I sit down to write one book, that's just Because a book is something
Like
different.
fiction or nonfiction?
Oh, fiction.
yeah.
It's exclusive
Hell yeah.
fiction because
Would
real
you
life
go
is.
horror?
Would I go horror? I have to.
Hell yeah.
But I just.
I
feel
would totally
like-
read your book, bro.
Yeah, I have to. I have this one concept for a horror novel.
Ooh, shit, you want to say it online?
Yeah. So basically, I'll give you where the story
Quick
started
synopsis, sure, hell yeah.
From. In ninth grade, we had a project where we had to write a 3-second, like the scariest 3 sentences you can write.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of that.
So mine's were: you wake up in a dark room. There are no windows. Well, no, you wake up in a dark room with only one window. You go outside and you hear somebody crying. You walk up to them and they turn around and it's you with your eyes gouged out and your wrist slit. That was the 3-sentence
Jesus.
concept.
Holy moly.
And this was me in ninth grade. This is 14-year-old me.
So imagine you like now.
So I want to
You
make
could take
I want to
that.
make that a full thing. I want to make that a full
Lift off
thing.
with that, man.
Don't steal my idea.
Hey,
No.
we'll see you in court,
Copyright.
goddammit.
Yes,
We'll see you in court.
court. I have the original
Yeah.
paper, and it
Nah,
came
you know,
from me.
You know what I heard people do? Like, you gotta like mail yourself the script so that way if somebody ever steals your idea, you have it from when you first wrote it.
Yeah.
I've heard that. That's a thing. That's genius.
I still have. My mom has a record of literally everything. I've
You
done.
really,
Like
as
the
a writer,
physical
you
record.
always gotta
So-
cover your
So yeah, yeah.
sorry, cover your booty.
Such
Sorry.
a loose
I don't,
episode. We're having fun.
the line
Bleep,
is I don't know.
bleep,
The line is so blurry. I don't know where we.
Yeah.
Because like the A word, I don't know. There are worse ones. So you could say that word on TV and stuff like that, right? Whatever.
Whatever.
Moving past it.
Then they
I
say
get
that
it.
to get a movie to be like rated R, you can only say like one F word.
You
or
get
something.
one F for PG-13.
So you guys are cool. You guys
We're
are
keeping it
cool.
PG-13, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no problem, right, Eddie?
Eddie, what do you got to say?
That.
Well said, my friend. Well
You
said.
said that.
He literally put his arm down. Was like,
No,
Nothing.
you guys are wrong.
That's it. I'm over this.
what are the odds?
I'll be in my trailer.
I love you, Eddie.
Eddie, you're sold. This thing is sold.
It's so
Really,
old,
this is
or
like
so
I was looking at this like it's a tie. I was like,
It's
whoa, you guys
it's an
like,
ascot. It's an ascot.
Right, yeah,
it's an
like
ascot.
shoelace.
Fit on the fit is crazy.
All right. So, was there any way people can reach you on social media,
yes.
Twitter?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I think like I only have 2 Instagrams.
Only 2 Instagrams.
Side G's story is my main, just for me as a person.
We'll
So
keep.
spell
We'll,
it
we'll
out.
have it on the screen. We'll have it on screen. Yeah.
CYGEEZSTORY. And my actual little storybook Instagram is Lil Storybook.
Hey.
LIL.
Make sure to follow. It'd be foolish not to.
STORYBOOK. All one word, all lowercase.
Little storybook.
All right.
All right. Well, Cybrieme, thank you very much for coming on the show.
you guys for
an
having
It was
me.
a pleasure to have you on,
Yes.
sir.
I've had so much fun.
Oh,
I got to
well,
talk
yeah,
about
well-
myself, which is
Hey,
cool.
bro, whenever you have something to promote or plug, or whatever's next for Little Storybook Productions or Entertainment, rather.
Entertainment.
You don't even know it.
Goodness gracious, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
This is-
you
Little
guys are
story
crazy.
book
I'm tired. It's been a long
entertainment.
day.
Disrespecting Lil Story.
Whatever is next for Little Storybook Entertainment, we would love to promote it. Love to have you on the show
Thank
again.
you.
I'm sure the fans would probably love to have you back on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you
But,
guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
That'll
Don't
wrap it up.
forget to follow us at Manhattan Glow. No,
Manhattan's Voice _ pod.
Yeah, and also Manhattan Globe. That's it.
Yeah, stay tuned for updates from the Globe.
Yeah, and
Keep your eye out for our new logo made by yours truly over here. And we will catch you next time. Keep on rocking in the free world, y'all. And
Bye, guys.
Peace
peace out.